And we are live. Hello, everybody who is joining us, going to be joining us, or watching the VOD. We may also have a guest show up a little bit later. Mr. Brandon, the anime guy. He's been on the channel before. I've been on his channel as well. We have got one hell of a lineup. This might be the most... Look at the tabs up above. Look at how many tabs I have open of just the stuff that I'm interested in. This is shaping up to be the most stacked season that I have personally ever experienced. So I am quite excited. Together we're going to go over all of these and see when are you coming back to Anime 101? Actually, not too far from now. We were talking about it, or me and his manager were talking about it, just a couple of days ago, so sometime soon, the next couple of weeks. So that is coming by soon. That is what I'm applying to. I keep forgetting that I have the option to show things on screen. Right. And so, with all of that being said... Oh, hey. Hide on stream. With all of that being said, let's go ahead and just... jump right into it. As soon as I actually get the thing open. Alright. Get out of here. Alright, so first off, there's something I'm personally not going to be watching, but I know a lot of people are watching Jujutsu Kaisen. So, let's say, do they mean the whole Season 2, Part 2, or whatever else? I'm still not entirely sure how all that stuff works, but Jujutsu Kaisen is one of the shows that's going to be coming up. And another one I'm personally not interested in, but I know there's a lot of people, including on my Discord, who have a big interest in this. The Eminence in the Shadows, second season. I am surprised to getting a second season, personally. I stopped at episode 5, when the whole I Am Atomic thing happened. That was my end point. And I was so excited for this one, too, after they had the awesome first episode. Something I am getting excited for, the continuation of Spy X Family, Season 2. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's... God, I hate... Season 2, Part 1, I believe. And the previous thing we watched was Season 1, Part 2. I really do not like the way that we have started to do this stuff. I blame the British. It's all their fault. But the next season of Spy X Family is coming up. You know, it's kind of sad for me, personally. I'm going to watch Spy X. Good. There's a lot of people who say it fell off from the second part that aired. I think it was just the same old, same old. I don't know, people have this weird expectation of if they like something, the next season comes out, it needs to be the greatest thing they've ever experienced, or else it fell off and it sucks. And we're going to be talking about that a lot, actually, in this. It seems to be a very common thing that happens. Alright. So, Spy X Family Season 2. And, really looking forward to this one. Rising of the Shield Hero, Season 3. Rastalin, thank you for joining us. So Season 3 is another one of those shows where I actually agree Season 2 was not as powerful as Season 1, but that doesn't mean it was bad. Compared to Season 1, it was pretty iffy, but as just a standalone season for the show, it was still not too bad. The way I've seen some people react to it, however, it has been bad. It's been horrific. Going to watch Season 3, good. Looking forward to seeing where the plotline goes. One of the few times Isekai does good. So, Shield Hero up. Let me turn off this Discord stuff. Yep. Do not disturb. Alright, back to the plot. So we got Shield Hero. And we're going to go more in depth when it's not a season 2, 3, etc. Because, I mean, if you're watching it, you're watching it. I don't need to explain the plots. And finally, speaking of what we were talking about earlier, Attack on Titan, the final season, Part 3, Section 2, Clause A, featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series. I don't know why the hell they decided to say the final season when it was clearly not going to be the final season, but finally we're getting the ending. On a personal level, I am looking forward to finally seeing the end. I've read the manga, so I know how it ends. And for me, it was one of the best endings of any show ever. Probably top 5, if I was to try and rank them. What I'm not looking forward to is going to be the reactions of many people who, and I don't know how to say this without being a complete and utter asshole to my own audience, but some of y'all don't know how to consume media, and it drives me insane. Sorry, it needs to be said. There's going to be certain scenes in this, and I don't want to give spoilers, and I really want to give spoilers. There's going to be certain scenes in which many people are going to complain about certain characters being a little bit whiny and bitchy. They seem to have forgotten we're in the middle of a global genocide of the show. So maybe, just maybe, some emotions might be running a little bit high. And there's going to be certain other things for the end. Yeah, people have been saying all these types of complaints ever since, well, big reveals happen. They just wanted some mindless chop 'em up zombie show, and that's never what Attack on Titan was. There was more intrigue than just choppy the bad guys. And I feel like that's what a lot of people's criticisms have been coming from. Oh no, I gotta think about what's going on screen. I can't just watch the sword version of Pew Pew. Speaking of Pew Pew, as soon as I get the right thing up, show on stream. Hello Pew, pew. There. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Brandon, the anime guy.
Hey there, how are you doing today?
Oh god, this month has been the worst month I've had in a long time. But
I understand that.
That is not for the audience. I think they've had enough of me whining and bitching. So we're just going to talk about this overly stacked anime season.
Oh yes, it is stacked indeed. In fact, it makes me want to scream for joy. It makes me want to jump for joy.
Turn your volume up. Why does this always reset to the default settings? There we go.
There we go. How's that?
Much better. What we got over here in chat? I have no issue with thinking Attack on Titan other forms of entertainment. Good. And hopefully it'll last, because what I was talking about is I already know how it ends because I read the manga. And I know how many people reacted, and it's one of those things where I can't play the line of, okay, we all have different opinions. The shit that I've seen people say about this has just made me think, none of you deserve anything good in your lives. So when this thing ends, good, huh? I am going to have many fights on my Discord. I'm probably going to have at least one live stream covering it. But man, I am going to be I'm going to be pissed listening to other people and their brain dead takes on certain things that happened.
It makes me glad that I haven't watched any of it. I watched the first episode and I said, nope, this is not for me. And I have not paid any mind to it other than the fact that this is what, the 4th part of the final season over 4, 5, 6 years or something like that.
Yeah, I covered that stupidity as well. Yeah, basically all you need to know is right now there's a global genocide happening, and some characters get a little bit emotional, and people freaked out about it. Like, oh man, this character has become such a cuck and a simp. It's like, you dumb motherfucker. You have no concept of reality, do you? Like, there's no way for me to be nice to it. You're fucking dumb. And I'm gonna, God, I don't know what's gonna happen in my Discord, but there's gonna be fights that's gonna happen.
Oh, sounds like...
Because I can't respect the opinions people have had, and I'm gonna just be screaming my shit.
No. I'm glad I didn't watch it then. It doesn't sound like it's been worth it, so...
No, it has been worth it. And that's what drives me insane. It's been so worth it, but so many people just want the choppy, pew pew action and have just no concept of what it means to be a fucking human. That when somebody actually shows human emotion, they freak out and they don't know what to do.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But enough about this angry ranting. You're going to get plenty of it after this episode airs. Let's move on to what else we get to experience. So far, we've covered the Shield Hero. We've covered Spy Family.
Yep.
I'm not watching it, but Jujutsu Kaisen.
Nope,
and
not watching that either.
And same with Eminence in Shadow.
I still haven't finished the first season, so it'll probably get tossed onto my overall watch list, but it's probably one that I won't get to since I haven't finished the first season. But I'll absolutely 100% be watching Spy Family, and I'll be watching Shield Hero Season 3.
Mr. Otaku Wee Pillar says, fair point, the whole point of reality in life is sometimes take necessary evils and withstand bullcrap that life and reality gives you. And there's just so much of that in a really good examples of those type of questions. I was going to do an epic of Attack on Titan like I did the epic of Dragon Ball, but I decided not to because after all the shit that happened with Dragon Ball, it's just not worth the time.
Yeah.
But one of the things I covered is, so one of the things that happens in the series, since you haven't watched, is one of the commanders basically does all of this crazy shit, outright sacrificing the lives of his soldiers in order to be able to take one more step towards being able to defeat this grand evil. And the stuff he does is not because he is a villain, it's because things are so fucking dire that there is just no other damn way.
No,
and I want to talk about just what it means to have the internal fortitude to watch your friends die as you desperately try and do something for the sake of humanity. It's such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful show, and just too many people are concerned with the pew pew action, and it drives me nuts. But anyway, moving on. Goblin Slayer Season 2.
Do we even need to say yes? We're watching this. This is one of the 3 to 4 automatics that everyone should be watching. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm all over this shit. In fact, I was gonna buzz through the first season again for like the 6th time and buzz through Goblin Crown.
Yeah. For those who are unaware, there's Goblin Slayer Season 1, and then there was a movie that was basically just an extended episode. That's
yeah, basically 4 episodes, so just a 4-episode arc all in one. Yeah.
This show does one of those beautiful things where it's so simplistic. It's like the quintessential concept of simplicity. The characters don't even have names. If you haven't noticed, none of the characters are actually named. We don't know Goblin Slayer's name. We don't know the priestess's name. We don't know the elf girl's name. They don't have names. It's that simple. But in that simplicity, it's able to do so many things well. And it's because it's so simple, it gives you a feeling of not knowing where it comes next. A lot of shows get really overly complicated, but they make things so complicated that there's really only one way a show can go, because that's how they've ended up building around it. The show does the opposite. There's just so many things that can happen. It's fantastic.
Exactly. Yeah, this is S tier level everything. I've actually been reading Year Zero, and holy shit, it's so good. And what's really cool, there's one part, I believe it's either in the 4th or the 5th volume of Year Zero, where Goblin Slayer is doing some work for a researcher to update, basically, think of it as like the guidebook for guilds for the monsters out in the world. So she wants to update for goblins. They somehow get on the topic of Northmen, people that live up in the north, and they make direct reference that Hyboria or Conan, King Conan, is a Northman and lives up in that area, and he has, it was really interesting to see them tie into the whole thing with Conan and make reference to a man very similar to him in a whole nother country, a whole nother part of the world. Fan-friggin-tastic. Just so good.
Rastelin over on the YouTube says, I'm worried that it'll be like Shield Hero Season 2. I don't think so. I've read the manga and I'm fully caught up. Something that's interesting is, I watched the trailer. They're going to be caught up to the manga and probably going ahead, depending on how the releases happen the next couple of weeks. Because Goblin Slayer releases once a month. So I'm wondering, well, I mean, there's a light novel, so they have material to go with, but
yeah,
they're going to be going past the manga.
Yeah, they got a ton of material to work with on the light novel, but if you get a chance, definitely read Year Zero. It's fantastic.
I have, yeah. Right. So with that, moving on to Dr. Stone, New World, Core 2. God, these freaking Season 2 Part 2 stuff needs to stop.
Yeah, especially when they release it on Blu-ray. It's one thing to ask, $30 for 12 episodes. Not the greatest buy, but I can tolerate it. It's another thing when you start asking for $40 for 12 episodes. And then it goes completely into the world of My Hero Academia with Crunchyroll asking $70 for only 12 episodes.
Wait, what's Crunchyroll doing?
Crunchyroll is releasing the first half of Season 6 of My Hero Academia, so the Villain Attack arc. They're wanting $70 for the Blu-ray combo pack. 70. That
for just the first half of one season?
Just the first half of the one season. If it was the whole 24 episodes, okay. But only 12 episodes? Nah, not a chance.
No
way.
And I wonder why people pirate.
Yeah, no shit. They just released the first half of Season 1 of Spy Family for $40. And I can go to Wally World and go snag it. But $40, even though I really like the show, that's still just a bit much. But yeah, you're right. The whole splitting of the cores like this, or splitting a season into two separate parts, and then either continuing it back to back, that makes sense, because that's what TV used to do. Your show started in the fall, ended in the spring, typically had about a month break there during Christmas time. But any of these shows that have a whole season, 24, 26 episodes, air the first half concurrently, and then take 3 months, 6 months, a year off. That's bullshit. So I'm looking at you, Mashuko Tensei. That's bullshit. Because I want more, damn it. But anyways, that Dr. Stone.
Speaking of which, before Dr. Stone, real quick, Yash Sony over on the YouTube says, is Shield Hero worth watching just joined?
Yes.
Yes. This is coming from a guy who generally hates isekai. Shield Hero is easily in my top 3.
Easily.
And to give a future shilling, I guess, my top 1 is Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. I'm actually looking at a video right now talking about why it is the greatest isekai. And so look forward to that, but I am not making any promises on when it releases. If anyone's been following my adventures on the YouTubes lately, especially on Discord, things are in a place right now. Let's just put it like that. All right, but going back to Dr. Stone, what were you saying?
I've only watched the first episode, so I know tangentially what's going on, at least to start with. But I know this is uber popular, but I'm so far behind that I won't be watching it. It'll be on my overall watch list, but it won't be on my personal I will watch it this season right now list.
I think it's fantastic. It's a battle shonen, but doesn't use the typical battle shonen stuff. And there's just, because the way it works, there's some scenes that you don't see coming that it hits you like a positive freight train. Like, if you decide to keep on watching, just wait until you get to Y, man.
Nice.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, when it happened in the show, I'm just like, oh god, this show is just flipped on its head. Fantastic.
Gotta love that. That'll be a good one. But yeah, when you talk isekai, yeah, Jobless Reincarnation is easily #1. And yeah, Shield Hero, second or third place. It belongs up there. I 100% agree with you on that.
Alright, moving on. Alright, now going into the not second season shows. There's one more somewhere laid out in here, but...
Yeah.
So this is one which I have been hearing about a lot, and I know that, again, right here, 94 minutes special premiere. Usually if they're doing this, it's something like Oshinoko, where it's going to be worth it.
Hope so.
So what is the plot of this? I actually still don't even know what the plot of this thing is. The mage Frieren defeated the Demon King alongside the hero Himmel's party. Again, just cliches. After a 10-year quest. Peace was restored to the kingdom. Because she's an elf, she's able to live over 1,000 years. She promises Himmel and the others that she will be back to see them, and then sets out on a journey by herself. 50 years later, oh boy. Frieren, is that how you say it? Frieren? Goes to visit Himmel.
Frieren. Yeah. Frieren. There we go. Close enough.
She remained unchanged, but Himmel and the others have aged, and only a little of their lives remain. Ooh. Later, she witnesses Himmel's death. Frieren is pained by her desire to have spent more time getting to know people. With that regret in her heart, she then goes on a journey to do just that. On her journey, she meets many people and many events await her. Okay, I am looking forward to this. This sounds like a fantastic plot line. Something that's, something soulful and full of emotion. I want that.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen or heard of one quite like this before. You've got your shows. The whole thing of defeating the demon lord's army, all that crap. That's standard fare fantasy stuff. But having elves and assuming that they have their 1,000-ish or immortal lives, leaving their friends, coming back to see them at death's door, and having massive regrets like that's new. So this will be good. This one I think will be really good.
Miss Risky over on the YouTube says, say it like free rent. So free run. Okay.
Free run. Okay.
There we go. Next up. Here's another season 2. The Far Away Paladin, the Lord of the Rust Mountains. This is another show which it went under way too many people's radar. This is one of the best shows I've seen in a while. It's technically an isekai, but it does nothing of an isekai. The person did die and get reincarnated, yada yada, but they do absolutely nothing with it, and it drives me insane because with the way the show is structured, you have no reason whatsoever to make it an isekai. You could have very easily just not done any of that.
Just a standard fantasy show.
Yeah,
basically.
just make it a standard fantasy. But other than that complaint, it was a fantastic show. The way it just designed its world and its gods and its rules was fantastic. I love it. I meant to read the manga after it ended, but just got sidetracked, as it always happens. So if you guys have not watched the first season, highly recommend it. T-Mail recommends.
Yeah, I'm a fantasy whore, so yeah, this'll be something I'll probably buzz through like I did with Mushoku Tensei, so I can watch it during its season. So let's see what the Far Away Paladin. I'll get that added onto my Annie list right now while I'm thinking about it. Maybe. Come on, start up. There we go. Okay, continue.
All right, Scott E says, the one thing that bothers me with some isekai shows is that the protagonists often either completely forget they were sent to the world or have no desire to leave. There is a multitude of issues. I'm going to kind of cover it in the next long-form video I do with Mushoku Tensei, because it takes everything I say isekai should be and does it.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah,
Nice. Next up, again, the season 2, Dead Mount Deathplay, second cour. This one is a show that came out of nowhere. I didn't have much expectation for it, so I decided to go ahead and just check it out, and I don't know what it is about the show, but it's got me very nicely hooked. I can't explain why, but I'm interested in knowing what happens next. And,
It was always 8-5.
One moment, I'm talking to my wife. Hold on.
Gotcha. What we got going on over here? There's realizing animes and releasing animes and seasons counterproductive. I'm not familiar with business side of anime. I don't think so. It helps build up hype for what happens next. My only complaint is just the whole season 2 core 2. Just they've done this in the past. In the past, they've always just called it, season 2. Like season 2 ends and season 2 continues. That isn't say I don't love them. Hell nah. Hell nah, I find otherworldly adventures fun or general fantasy really, but sometimes they kind of screw the execution, takes me out of it. Yeah, that's one of my reasons I just don't like isekai. I don't even bother. They just say, okay, truck who happened, that's the end of it. Go ahead and hide that. Well, I meant anime season 2023. Where are we at? Is releasing animes and seasons counterproductive? I'm not familiar with the business side of anime. What do you mean? Can you explain again one more time, a bit more specific? In the meantime, for the Dead Mom Death Play, it's there we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to talk to my wife about our storage units. We have somebody that decided not to put a padlock on, so we got to get that corrected. As far as this show goes, I think I expected more, and I didn't get it. At least not yet. But going through as many episodes as we did, and it kind of meandering here and there, this second core, if it's not doing any better by the time 3 episodes are done, I'm done with it.
Yeah. Me and somebody over on Discord are loving this thing, and I'm looking forward to next season. I love the twist they did at the very end, where I'll just kind of give light spoilers. You probably still won't see how it comes, but so it starts off as an isekai, but then it turns out it's not an isekai.
Yeah,
you'll see what I mean.
I kind of figured or got part of that from watching the episodes that that it's not a different world. Or at least that's the inclination I got. But yeah, I'll give it 3 more shows. If it gets better, I'll continue it. Odds are I'll probably finish it, but we'll see.
All right. And now, so this is one of the shows where normally shows like this are not on my shit list of just being horny bait. But this one it's got a funny premise. So it's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. One of the two. The 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. Clever. Die. A hilariously over-the-top harem rom-com. Normally something I just completely stay away from.
Yep.
After 100 rejections, one young man must make his 100 soulmates happy. Or else. Aijo Rentaro has asked 100 girls out and struck out every time. In desperation, he prays for guidance, only to be told by a god that his rejections were due to a cosmic mishap. Now, this god will set things right by making sure Aijo gets 100 dates. Except, as things often go with gods, there's a catch. Each of his 100 dates is Aijo's destined soulmate. Worse, if he doesn't return their feelings, they'll all die in horrible and hilarious accidents.
Oh shit.
So it's just one of those premises, just what the fuck, Japan?
Yep. That fits into the what the fuck Japan category.
Like, you dumb little shits. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with this. And following this is the greatest anime that has ever come out. The Dragon's Treasure, a haven for anime and tea lovers. Now that I've got you hooked, you gotta listen to my pitch. So come on by to support the T-Man. Get yourself some mana potion, subscribe to Only Teas, get some Sebastian's Morning Earl Grey Vanilla Cream. This is my site with my teas that I make. So you're not supporting some kind of a third-party thing. I can obviously vouch for its quality. And if you look up here at the top, we are giving away a NVIDIA RTX 4090 graphics card. Click here for more info. Our monthly giveaway is going to be a 12-week giveaway. So for 12 weeks, you can enter to win this guy. There's a lot of ways you can get tickets. The most common way is every dollar you spend, you get 1 ticket you entered. Tips and donations count for 2 tickets per dollar. A bunch of other little rules here and there. Feel free to just go to the website to take a look. Out right now, of course. last year we did the PlayStation 5 giveaway, so this year we're doing the RTX 4090. And on a personal note, if you want to support the team, man, please do. I'm probably gonna have to send a newsletter out to this, but I've had some health issues that have made this month particularly bad, to the point where I need to go and see if I can get some kind of help to clear with these health issues. So your purchase of tea will help me actually be able to do that, because right now I can't. And that is the state that I'm in right now of this horrible, horrible month. And now that I've made you sad with my guilt tripping, back to the shows. Rurouni Kenshin is going to continue.
Yep, that's a no-brainer. We'll just continue it.
Yeah. Though I do have to say, watching this now in 2023 when I'm much older, I really question why it's so liked. Like, it's not a bad show.
It's just not great.
No, for it to live on for like 30 years or how long it's been living, I don't get it. It's really not that good for it to be remembered this long. But, okay, you do you, fam, as the kids say.
Yeah. It's alright, but it's not the show from this past season that I had to watch right then and there. I'm a few episodes behind, so I get it. So. Oh,
of course, Kaiser Pineapple comes now after I did my whole shilling stuff. That's how it always works. Go buy my tea. I'm still watching Rurouni Kenshin. Yeah, I am too. Wee Pillar.
Yeah, same here.
Like I said, it's not a bad show, but it's not. It is by no fucking means a lives on 30 years later kind of show.
Yeah,
and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's at best a low B tier at best. So,
all right. Moving on to the next one, the Kingdoms of Ruin. Witches once blessed the human race with wisdom and peace. But the Raider Empire's gear expansion brought a culture of science that far surpassed magic. And witches were viewed as enemies, impeding the progress of civilization. Thus began the witch hunts. One human named Adonis, who was raised by a witch named Chloe, swears revenge against the human race that took his beloved mentor from him. Salvation can be found at the end. What salvation can be found at the end of a bloodbath, fueled by utter despair? So we got magic versus science. We got revenge. I am looking forward to this.
And a person named Adonis. So we're getting, Greek names there.
All right, I'm gonna have to just pause and unpause as this goes along so this doesn't get blocked. Japan is really weird with this. This is supposed to be a promotional trailer, so let me help promote you guys. Don't give me a damn strike.
Yeah, some of them are pretty good about it, and others are just assholes about it. I don't get it, but
let me see something real quick. All right, so go ahead and the Kingdoms of Ruin trailer 2. Should I? No, I'm not gonna mute it. Okay.
Yeah,
we got waifus. We got some nice looking art. I'm liking the art style. It feels nice and clean. Okay, looks like he got some nice lore that's set up. A Mother Mary figure, and I'm joined by this damn cat, Appa. Always at the worst possible times. Yeah, I see you little shit. Is
Chief
this what you
Priestess
want?
Type thing, yeah.
Alright.
And modern tech.
Oh, technology.
Yeah.
Tanks.
I will crush
Oh boy. Oh, red eyes. That's how you know he's mad.
No one expects the Inquisition.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the most caught up with the anime stuff, but what was the last anime that really did a magic versus science plot line? The last one I can remember was Gates, and I never watched it, but I just heard from a lot of people it sucked.
I can't think of any off the top of my mind.
So hopefully this will turn out to be nice and good. Woo! The boy who lost his beloved vows. Oh, he mad. To all humanity. Just fucking random pausing so we don't get copyright struck. Wait, he just summoned guns. Wait, let me go back to that. Excuse me, Mr. Magic User. Maybe he's gonna combine them? I don't know. God, I like his name, Adonis. It's sticking with me. Have I heard that name before? What just happened? 1 second. Where'd you go, young man?
Oh, the stupid internet decided to take a dirt nap for about 20 seconds.
Ah, well, you're back.
Oh, yes.
Skull Leader says has a shield hero feel to it. A little bit, yeah.
Witches in space.
Mm-hmm. Kill them all! Yes!
There's gonna be a lot of blood.
The world that took you from me. God, I love me my revenge anime. No content, no context of if he has been persecuted.
The odds are he probably has.
Yeah. You gotta be careful these days. I showed a few stills and short clips with no sound of Ashoka. Ashoka. What show was that? That's
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
The stupid Star Wars show. And Disney can suck my ass and lick my balls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
On my review show and got copyright claimed. Since I wasn't praising it, they knocked me for it. The Disney, okay.
Yeah, they suck ass.
The way, I don't care if they take away the monetization. I just care if they block it or not.
Yeah. Interesting. That one's either gonna be really good or mid.
Yeah. I'm expecting it to be good. I'm hopeful it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
What we got next? I'm giving a disgraced noble lady I rescued a crash course in naughtiness.
What the hell?
So it's going to be another one of I'm either going to love it or hate it.
Yeah.
A lot of people have this bad idea, even though I say I'm a prude and whatnot, and I don't allow the hentais on my Discord and all this other stuff. They think I'm purely against the concept of females, which I am, but not the bodies. I am okay if they do it well, and it's not just... If they're going to be blatant about it, at least be blatant about it. It's kind of hard to describe. One of my favorite shows is Shimoneta. Have you seen that one? The world where dirty jokes don't exist?
No.
It's fantastic. So basically, the government of Japan banned anything lewd and lascivious. And you have to wear this, like, thing around your neck. When if you have any impure thoughts, it detects it and you get punished. And so they've essentially eliminated the concept of lewdness. But somebody somehow was able to get around the system. And so they're being like a lewd terrorist running around, underwear in their head, wearing only a sheet, and she's throwing around like naked pictures and whatnot. And then trying to like tear down the government with their oppressive ways. And just so many just horrible jokes. But it's done well. So I like it. Simple as.
Yeah.
That's the British like to say. So the same way with this will either be something which I'm going to love or despise.
Yeah, I doubt there's going to be too much middle ground on it.
Alan Crawford is a misanthropic, God bless you, sorcerer known as the Dark Lord. When he comes across Charlotte Evans, a noblewoman exiled on false charges, his memories of being betrayed 3 years ago come rushing back. He decides to teach Charlotte all about the pleasures, vices, and joys of naughty living. Can a broken heart be mended with riotous living? These two are bound to find out. Right? We're not gonna watch the whole thing. Oh God, she is so pure. No, I don't want to see this now. Don't ruin her. No.
I need more.
For what purposes, you filthy man? Ah!
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those.
Quickly mute it, just so copyright crap. You're an honest and genuine person. How rare these days. What's he gonna do? I shall teach you something naughty.
And she looks at him like, what?
I gotta hear her voice. Get out of here. No! God bless you! No, she's gonna... Ah!
Yeah, I think gonna be secure and innocent.
No, not cat ladies. They're the worst. The fuck is this?
Look like a big ass hamster. A Fenrir. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
The naughty store where everybody becomes happy.
When I'm with Alan, get. I was about to stop, but now she's talking. Ah, let's go ahead and mute that. Alright, so that's gonna be a show.
Gluttony.
What we got coming up next? A Returnus magic should be special. Another dimension that continues to taint our world. The Shadow World! Humanity is faced with the worst calamity known as the Shadow Labyrinth. In spite of the desperate attacks, the Seer Herman and his friends lose their battle to the Destruction Dragon. Boromir... I was about to say Napoleon. Napolitan? Napolitan. Knockoff Napoleon. And the world comes to an end. When Desir is convinced of his end, he opens his eyes to find himself 13 years in the past. Desir has gone back in time to the enrollment ceremony of Hebrion Academy, the top school for mages in the Empire. To change the future of impending doom, Desir reassembles his friends once again to save the world. So another one which I'm not expecting too many high things, but it's enough to make me interested.
Yeah, it might be okay. This is just one of those that it's almost like they do it because they got so much that they want to do or that they feel like they need to do. So, it might be okay. It might be trash.
It'll be on my list of potential mids.
Yeah.
Ew. I'm gonna skip ahead. Wait, is this the main character? Oh.
Yeah, it's probably mid.
Yeah. I can accept mid shows. Though with this stacked lineup, mid shows are gonna be dropped a little bit quicker, I think. Ragnarok Crimson. Note, 1 hour special premiere. This is happening more often nowadays.
Having longer premieres?
Yeah. And of course, the Dragon's Treasure is going to be looking forward to this. Dragons reign terror over the earth, sea, and sky. If sworn dragon hunters like Ragnar, are to have any hope of dealing death with the seemingly invincible, fire-breathing beasts, they must find a way to level the odds. Ragnar teams up with a mysterious man named Crimson, who has likewise sworn to stand against the dragons menacing the world. But although Crimson's motivations may be mysterious, his goal and Ragnar's perfectly align, and together they'll fight to vanquish dragons once and for all. Dragon fights! Fantastic. Let's go with the shoulder one. Ooh. Oh, they can go human as well?
Interesting.
Oh, it's the ice guy from Bleach. Like, short, white, spiky hair. This, I can't unsee it now. I can't remember what his name is.
Yeah, and I don't know because I've never watched Bleach, so.
It's a complete. It's a ripoff. Like a really bad ripoff. Oof. Yeah, but I was kind of hoping it would just be dragons, but it's dragons that can also turn into humans. So that's kind of disappointing. People, let me pull that name up. But, Toshiro Hitsugaya. It just the same look, the same shortness, same powers. I can't unsee it. Man, they should have just left them as dragons. Yeah, let's go ahead and mute that. This is looking to me like they really wanted to have good artwork, but did not have the time or the budget. And so it's that like in-between point of where it could have been good, they just did not have enough time to finish it. But dragons, I'm gonna watch. That's enough of that. Next on the list, Undead Unlock. Somebody on the Twitters was excited for this one. No, it's 2 cours back to back, so it's gonna have 1 season, but 2 seasons. Whatever.
Yeah, 24 episodes total.
Yeah. What happens when an unlucky girl meets an undead guy? Pure chaos. Tired of inadvertently killing people with her special ability Unlock, Fuko Izumo sets out to end it all. But when she meets Andy, a man who longs for death but can't die, she finds a reason to live. And he finds someone capable of giving him the death he's been longing for. So I guess, can I open image in new tab? I guess not as close as we can get. So I guess this character, they have some kind of a curse that makes him kill people. And this guy apparently is immortal. So they're teaming up trying to die, I guess. So I'm curious. We'll see how it goes. I'll skip the trailer for this one because it's... Actually, it does look like it's going to be more action-packed. Right? Yay! Oh, God. Okay, then.
Shit.
He really can't die.
Oh, damn.
Guys and girls from negating rules in the world. Okay, so I guess everybody's got some kind of a rule to them / curse. It's the Union.
Interesting.
And that's a mute. Right. I mean, it's got good
Yeah, it's gonna
artwork.
have tons of gore.
It's got an interesting plot. It looks like they're actually building the world up. It's got rules and whatnot. Hopefully they're hardline rules. Right. Yeah, that's the reason why it's on my watch list. Looks fun.
Yeah, that does look interesting. That one will be fun.
Alright. Next one. My dog that left the nest and returned an S-Rake adventurer.
Oh, that's good.
We have the list of genres. Video streams, visuals, headlines. Light
Here,
novel.
let me-
There we go.
There.
Action, adventure, fantasy.
Okay.
The young adventurer Belgrieve retires to a quieter life after losing his leg to a beast. While gathering herbs in the woods one day, he rescues an abandoned child. Angeline trains with her father and later achieves S rank in the capital's adventure guild. 5 years later, she decides to return home. Will Belgrieve, the one with the one leg, get another chance at being an adventurer? Will Angeline return home unscathed? So it's something. I don't know what that something is yet.
Sold 1 million copies of this already.
Interesting. Kaiser Pineapple says, I feel old. None of these have really jumped out at me. When you came in, it does feel like it's a bit more on the mid range, I guess.
Yeah, these are definitely closer to mid. Some of them might stand out, but...
Yeah, the better ones were earlier. We might do a quick review. Alright. Hasu Renkurusu. Unable to see each other, okay. Okay, waifu baits.
I put in my time off request, damn it. Yeah, I'll check this out.
Yep. Again, mid. I'm not expecting some glorious thing, but it's enough to catch my interest.
Yep.
Next, the Apothecary Diaries. Notes 2 series premieres for episodes 1 to 3 back to back. Mao Mao. Was this Chinese? Drama, historical, medical mystery.
It looks it, doesn't it?
Might be. Mao Mao lived a peaceful life with her apothecary father, until one day she sold as a lowly servant to the emperor's palace. Yep, Chinese.
Yep.
But she wasn't meant for a compliant life among royalty. When imperial heirs fall ill, she decides to step in and find a cure. She catches the eye of Jinshi, a handsome palace official who promotes her. Now she's making a name for herself, solving medical mysteries.
Yep. Chinese names.
Yep. So, mystery show centered around medical mysteries. Looking forward to it. Check out the short trailer. Wait a second. They're both.
No, Touhou. Gotta be careful with Touhou stuff.
It's got good art. And that's some mute. Oh, but I like the Chinese music.
I typically don't go for the stuff set in China, but this one might be okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely bright.
As much as I talk about all my Japanese stuff, I'm more of a China simp than anything. Pre-communist China.
Yeah.
Need to clarify that. Yeah. I do like the art. Very nice, very clean. Things pop out nicely. Chinese means insta-no? How come? Just don't like... It's not... We're not saying Chinese that in the sense it came from China. We're saying Chinese in the sense it's set in China.
Yeah. I typically don't go for shows set in China myself, but yeah.
It's definitely a... It's a different culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of the... One of China's issues when it comes with the stuff they make is that they make it for themselves. They don't make it for the outside world. And so there's a lot of mannerisms and sayings and ways that they speak that most people don't understand. But me, since, like I said, I'm a very big fan of free communist China, and a lot of my studies are based around Chinese stuff. I know why they are the way they are, the things they say, the mannerisms, etc. So it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But there's still, even in this day, they do a lot of stuff which looks really weird for Chinese shows. Because I've tried to watch a few, and it's just like, I can't do this. You guys don't care about me. Oh no, I think we lost him again.
No, just had to yawn a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I might check it out, but this is probably one that it's got some things going for it, but
I mean, it's an apothecary. I'm the T-man. I have to like it.
All right, what we got next?
All right, Ancient Magus Pride Season 2 Part 2.
Yeah, haven't seen any of the others, so it'll be on the overall list, but not on my personal list.
This was maybe my most favorite show back in 2018 when it came out. It just does a lot of things well. The artwork is fantastic. The story is great.
Yeah.
The magic feels like magic and not just something the author shoehorned in.
I see.
Skull Lever says, "Yeah, that's why I've been watching old stuff lately. The new stuff is quote too perfect." Expand that. What do you mean? I feel like I know what you mean, but I don't want to say things in case I'm wrong.
It's for me. What really drew me to a lot of the older anime is the imperfections. You know, with using computers and all that, you can have things completely 100% crisp, clean, and clear without any mistakes. Whereas with the older styles, it's almost like there's a charm to it that having something that can be imperfect or one of the frames be imperfect really sets it off and different. Plus, the coloring that they can do with computers is vastly better than what they could ever do with hand. If you want a good example of that would be Lum from Yorosei Yatsura. In the original, they had to keep her hair color closer to a single color, whereas in the current run that they're doing, they can do highlights and things with their hair and have it flow and work, whereas trying to do something like that back in the 80s would have been way more arduous than it already was. So
something that people never seem to be able to understand. I'm saying this way too much of an asshole take. Let me try and rephrase that. Something that many people, myself included, though maybe not as much as other people, don't seem to realize is there is a reason the TV and movie trope of things are so perfect it's horrible exist.
yeah.
And that's because people think they want perfection, but they really don't. That's why in a lot of Eastern cultures, China and Japan, there is this concept of finding the beauty in the imperfection.
Exactly.
When things are too perfect, you don't really... It's really difficult to describe because there's a lot of... there's a lot of spiritual hippy-dippy things that I could say about it, but this is not that type of channel. But there's a certain aspect in leaving your imagination to the thoughts of what it could be like if it was better, but not actually achieving what you think is better.
Well, it's like from the second Matrix movie when he's talking to the architect, when Neo's talking to the architect. They made mention that they had created the perfect utopia, but no one would buy it. So they had to have basically a world of pain and a world of suffering to go along with that, to balance it out, to make it to where somebody could accept it. So yeah, that makes perfect sense, and it does explain it. So
Mr. Kaiser Pineapple says, "I grew up during the hand-drawn animation days of yore. The grain, the little imperfections and such were what I enjoy. The old days when things were made without the aid of a computer. The hand-drawn stuff has heart." And it goes on to say, "Went to college for visual effects and animation and decided to change majors. I saw where Hollywood and the whole animation genre were going."
yeah.
And I've kind of given up on, because one of my goals was to fix all that, but I've kind of given up on that and a lot of other things I wanted to do in the anime industry. Because I've noticed the amount of people who would actually care is way too small. All I will be doing is just destroying myself for the sake of nothing. People are gonna bitch they want things to be better, and then if I go out and make things better, they're gonna find something else to bitch about. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. Well, they can make a whole lot more anime now than what they used to, although a lot of it's, mid or trash, but we still have more. It's one of those catch-22s, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I've learned to accept the past and embrace the future, and just accept that cell shading over 3D is pretty much the way it's going, or just hand drawn art on a tablet as opposed to on a pad and paper. So,
all right. So with that, let us see what is coming up next. A playthrough of a certain dude's VR MMO life.
This is going to be so bad.
Yeah, that's kind of what I am leaning towards. So bad it's good type of stuff. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy video game. So Tanaka Taichi is an ordinary Japanese guy who's made a new character, Earth, in a brand new open world VR MMO called One More Free Life Online that promises almost unlimited freedom. In a world where players are free to challenge monsters with all their strength or go on adventures at their own pace, Tai Chi chooses to master the most worthless skills the game has to offer. This is what made me interested. Chooses to master the most worthless skills the game has to offer. Sometimes he'll make overly complicated potions or food that tastes much better than it has any reason to. And sometimes he'll go hunt monsters with crazy handmade weapons. An ordinary dude who's about to begin his own VR MMO fantasy life. And so that's the hook that makes me interested.
Yeah, that one could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet I'm probably going to drop it, but I'm going to give it the chance.
Yeah. Man, how many of these shows are on Crunchyroll? Jeez. And his name is Earth. That's funny.
Age 38.
38-year-old dude playing a 18-year-old version of himself.
I'm gonna have to mute it because audio. Oh, he's covered in all red and she's all blue. I wonder what their character archetypes are gonna be.
Yeah.
Fantasy. I'm not complaining, by the way. Well, I kind of am. They're making it too obvious. It needs to stand out but be subtle enough as it is. Fairy seducer? What? I am curious at how that happened. Oops, still music. Fighting a bear. Let me see. Have I had any copyright strikes yet? Let's take a look. Not yet, actually. Okay, fantastic.
Stop forcing yourself on him, idiot.
Seducer. He's a seducer.
Oh, and a Super Sentai team. That's good.
So, there you go.
Now, at least he's not stuck in the thing.
Yeah. Looks like just a fun little silly thing. Alright. Tiered Moon Empire. Comedy, drama, fantasy, romance, time travel.
At least
So
she's
that's-
20. Instead of like 12 or something stupid like that.
Yep. Watch your mouth. Hold on. 20-year-old Princess Mia of the Tiered Moon Empire, often scorned as the selfish princess, was executed by guillotine in a rebellion.
Oh boy.
Next thing she knew, she awoke in her own 12-year-old body. The exact age you said.
Oh.
You did it to yourself.
It's a sundere villainous show. That's all we need.
Yep, 12-year-old
There's
body
always one.
with her own blood-stained diary as she kept before she was beheaded, sitting next to her pillow. Given a second chance at life, Mia decides to rebuild the Empire. For the sake of Tiered Moon's future, to save the people from starvation, for all the soldiers who lost their lives in the Civil War? No! Everything she does in this life is for the sake of avoiding the guillotine. For me, this should be a piece of cake. Thus, the useless, cowardly, self-serving princess begins about miracle after miracle in a great struggle to save herself in this altered history fantasy. It seems like a fun little silly thing.
Yeah, well, you know, getting executed at the age of 20, that's not very fun.
So right. Next, good old, just basically a detective show. Forget it. Forbidden Deductions. The unusual duel brings the hidden truth into the light. Forget it. A private investigator with serious issues, and Totomaru Ishiki, a pure-hearted but dim police detective, team up to solve the most baffling mysteries. A thrilling detective story for a new generation from some guy, Creative Reborn and ELD Live. Akira Amano.
Huh, interesting. I've never heard of this one. But, yeah, I'm a sucker for a good detective and mystery show, so...
Yeah, I don't watch too many of them, so when one pops up, I figured
We'll
I'll
see.
give it a shot. Next. Somebody stole my idea! Let's make an anime about ninja, and someone did it. Called Under Ninja. Ninjas still exist in Japan today. They number around 200,000. The ninja organization NIN, National Intelligence of Ninja, is not controlled by the civilian government, with its elite members performing assassinations and sabotage in secret. There's an organization that opposes Nin. Under Ninja. Ninja versus Ninja. What lies waiting at the end of the shadowy feud?
Trashy show. This has the feeling that it's gonna just be awkward, I think. It could be good, but... You know.
I'm somewhat interested. We'll see how it goes. It has potential.
There's a saying in Japan. Throw a stone and you will hit a ninja. Oh, the animation. Oh.
But you won't know who it hit. Oh, God, no. Is this CGI?
Oh, yeah.
And that's mute.
It's way more CGI looking than I typically care for.
A few days ago, they released the second season of God, what the hell was it called? What the hell? God, what was it? It was that fighting show. Oh, this is now stuck in my head. Kengan Ashura, I think that was called. And I had to drop it just because the CGI I just couldn't do it. It's too bad.
Yeah, I think Vinziger's probably right. I'm getting the Shinobi no Itoki vibes, and that was a shit show.
It was okay. Like,
it
could have been better.
It has that same dumbass vibe to it. It really does.
Like, I feel like this could be much better. I'll give it its chance. I'm expecting to drop it, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So nobody can ever say I don't give shows chances. I do. They just... I'm usually right in my disappointments. And whenever I'm wrong, I make a big deal about it. Like, oh, I'm finally wrong for once. What was that face? Yeah, exactly. This one is called Shy. Around the middle of the 21st century, all war on Earth ceased. The sudden widespread appearance of heroes, people with supernatural powers who wish only for peace, has drastically transformed the world. In a world where the heroes of each country work to maintain this newfound peace, the one protecting Japan is a young girl named Shy who is cripplingly shy. So, just curious to see what happens with this. Over 1 million copies sold.
Weekly Shonen Champion, huh? Okay, it does have the proper look, and it's got a My Hero Academia look to it, with slightly more muted colors. So how is she going to end up becoming best girl?
We'll find out. Pausing for the sake of stupid copyright stuff. Yep, shy girls are cute. A hero's duty is to be a beacon of hope for the people. There are people all over Japan who need your help. What the hell is that?
No clue.
So this makes me your only friend? Okay, she has the secret identity thing going for her.
Well, that helps.
The kindness community can be passed to somebody else. That's something worth risking your life for. Don't let the baby die! Oh no! No, not the shy one! Why is your eye on fire?
Yeah.
It deserves a chance, I think.
Yeah.
What is this? Protocol Rain. Drama video game. This one was... it's either going to be really bad or really good. Actually, wait, no, not this one. Which one is the one I'm thinking of? Not this one. This one is the one I was thinking of. Going back to this one, though. This one I'm just giving a chance for the sake of I want to see just a good coming-of-age story. We don't get enough of those. And usually when we do, they suck.
Yeah.
So, Protocol Rain. Shun Tokinoya. Second-year high school student who lives with his mother and younger sister after his father was killed in an accident and his sister was injured. He quit the game he loved and now works at an esports cafe called Fox One. Spends all his time studying and working part-time. while also socializing with his childhood gaming buddies. Suddenly, he discovers that Fox 1 is deeply in debt. Shun and his friends hope to win the, whatever that is, championship, and the prize money in order to repay the debts. Shun returns to the world of online games, where he is confronted by Bakuretsu-kun. He used to play the game with him. So it's got the feeling of a coming-of-age story. So I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm not expecting anything amazing. It's for the sake of seeing other stories. Does anyone play fighting games? One of the things they tell you is to watch how other people play the fighting games so you can kind of pick up on the good things they do and the bad things they do. It's kind of that principle, but with story arcs and how people write stories.
Interesting.
I'm just hoping it won't be so bad that I have to drop it.
I hope so. Yeah, it stands a possibility.
This one I've heard a lot of good things about. I'm looking forward to it. Why is adult cast a tag? Hey, this show actually has adults. Come check it out. Firefighter Daigo, rescuer in orange. Tawake Daigo burns with remarkable talent and unparalleled determination. Onoda Shun struggles against the walls, blocking his own path. Nakamura Yuki hopes to become one of the few female members of the Special Rescue Corps known as Orange. When these three young firefighters who share the goal of becoming members of Orange come together, the story of how Japan will one day be saved begins. And what looms over them is a crisis that endangers the entire country. Da, da, da. Opening theme, 30-second. Is that all we have?
That's all there is.
Oh, no, we got
Okay,
more.
so that... Okay, now I get what they're coming from. This is actually a seinen series, or it's a, instead of having someone in high school, they're all actual adults doing adult jobs.
Yep. Not you. Too many fucking buttons. Not playback speed. I thought this said, oh, ES. EN is over here.
Oh boy. The whole city's burning.
Holy shit. Man, Godzilla wasn't fucking around.
Tokyo Fire Department. You know it's bad when even in your real life training you still have to go to the classroom that looks like you did when you went to high school.
Oh, I can already see feminists ranting and raving about this because I'm assuming since it's Japan's gonna do the story of even though I'm a woman and I am weaker than a man, I'm gonna find some way to overcome that weakness, and so they're gonna screech.
Well, in that case, this automatically gets a yes from me. Anything to make the re go re is always a good day.
But I mean, I have not seen anything like this, and no, Fire Force doesn't count. So
No, it doesn't. No,
I'm
this
looking forward to seeing how this goes.
looks like it's being played straight up, and I appreciate shows that are grounded in close, somewhat realism, but
Yeah. And so this is the one. Oh no! Okay, it's probably gonna suck. I was gonna say either really good or really bad. Goro! All I just think of is Mortal Kombat, especially since I've been playing that. A first-year high school student in a private high school Tokyo has no hopes, no dreams, and no ambitions. I feel you right now. The world is indifferent to him, and he has a faint longing for Honoka, a classmate from the same school. He and his best friend Akitsu will have a boring, unchanging life. One day, the classic word, one day, Goro receives a strange notification on his smartphone. You have been chosen. Breathe into me your wish. Thinking it malicious spam, Goro types, I want to have sex with Honoka, the woman of my dreams. The next day, Honoka invites him to drop his pants at an unpopular arcade. Congratulations on your great accomplishment. Then a mysterious female, Lal, suddenly appears. Confused by the series of events, Goro is told of a cruel fate. He has been chosen by the Great Will to become a god to make his wish come true. With other potential gods, they are to kill one another until there is only one left. The ability given is the Scripture of Fools. At the cost of the misfortune that befalls you, the power to twist the cause and effect of the world and manipulate the reason of this world at will. The first god candidate who appeared to kill Goro was, of course, Honoka, whom he had longed for. What choice will Goro make against Honoka? He's gonna kill her, come on. Who attacks him mercilessly. Thus, the fetish battle royale by the god candidates, each with their own secrets, begins.
Oh man, this is gonna be so bad.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh
I hate
no.
the style.
Oh no. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Yep.
We're done, chats.
Yep. That one's gone.
Next. And finally, just another classic slice of life. My new boss is Goofy. So I'm not expecting my life to change after watching this. I just want a good old slice of life. Just, let's have fun. Adult cast again. After his power-harassing boss broke his spirit and his health, Momose leaves his job to work at a new job in sales at an advertising agency. However, on the very first day of his new job, Momose is unable to move due to a stomachache caused by his past traumas. What should I do if my new boss also abuses his power? In the meantime,
Find another job.
His new boss, Shirosaki, is out with him to see clients. Just what exactly is Shirosaki going to do? The boss's unexpectedly goofy nature will surely heal anyone. So, goofy boss. That's the plan. Whatever. Wait, no, never mind. It's too loud. Get out of here. Oh, just go straight. Okay, I guess I don't have a choice.
Goes to
weird.
anaplexes.
Shut up. Oh. Actually, I'm not gonna.
Ow.
I don't know. What will you do? Yes. Okay. Aniplex and a copyright friendly.
No, yeah, any
Menstrual
aniplex
pain
can
for
be-
headaches.
Oh, gay.
Oh, is this
It
gonna
is
be one of those?
gay. And I am fabulous.
God,
My
I'm
new
hoping
boss is pretty
Goofy. I'm hoping it's just Goofy and not.
And not Yaoi.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out. Pause
This
it.
has all the feels of Yaoi. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But that they usually say it. They're usually very blunt with that stuff.
I guess it could be just two guys, just happen to work together that don't want to boink each other. I guess that's always possible.
I mean, I'm gonna give it a chance. So, and for me, that is the list of what I'm looking for this season. There was like 20 shows. So a quick recap: Jujutsu Kaisen. That's not for me, for other people. Same with Eminence and Shadow, Spy Family, Attack on Titan, Shield Hero, Goblin Slayer, Doctor Stone. Was this one of them? No.
Yep.
Kaiser Pineapple, if you're still here, this is one of the shows that looks like it might be really good. I already forgot. Free Run? Yeah, Free Run, Beyond Journey's End. So this is one that I would say to check out. A 94-minute special premiere. It's got a very interesting premise. Far Away Paladin Season 2. Dead Mount Deathplay Season 2. No. God, I wish they would just say the English names to this thing. The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. It's just going to be just a very silly rom-com. Usually I don't like those,
Yep.
but this looks interesting. Tits, if you want tits. Help, Season 2.
More
that's for you.
Helk. Yeah, the second half of the season. And of
I
course,
think-
the other one. Oh shit! Scroll back up just a smidge.
Yeah.
Dark Gatherings, second half of it.
Dark Gatherings. I did not watch that one, so I don't know.
It's good.
Rastal, we don't know if it's Yaoi or not. I don't think so. I think the joke with that one was just he doesn't know personal space. I think that's the joke they were going for with that.
Yeah.
It was
So
something else to indicate it.
It's like they're insinuating it, but it's not actually it. And it might be just enough to make everyone uncomfortable, and then we'll just drop it. We'll see.
All right, and so with all of that, I have covered pretty much what I want to cover.
Yeah.
Really, cats? Really, cats?
Kitty!
And so with that, I've covered pretty much anything I want to do. As usual, check me out at the Dragon's Treasure, a haven for anime and tea lovers, linked in the description. Buy some tea. Help me get the medical treatments I need. I don't know what they are yet, but I'm dying over here. Right, and so with that, I was joined by Brandon, the anime guy. You want to plug your own stuff?
Absolutely. Tonight, I'll be talking the first arc of the Dragon Ball Red Ribbon Army with Clifton. And tomorrow, I'll be talking One Piece up through Skypiea. And then I'll be putting together my watch list this Saturday and talking about the season that was, looking forward to the season that's starting, and we'll see how it all shapes up. So, definitely come check me out. You might find something interesting.
Right. And so with all of that, thank you all who have joined us, and we will see you next time. Farewell, everybody.
Take care. Take care.